Soldiers were patrolling in Clogher this morning at the spot where last night a UDR major was shot as he was leaving the regiment's base on the outskirts of the town. A family at a nearby house had been held hostage by two masked and armed men, and their green Hillman Avenger car was taken and used in the attack. The major was injured, but was still able to drive off and raise the alarm. Moments later, a reserve police constable was shot and wounded outside the RUC station in the centre of Clogher. Fire was returned, but the police don't think they hit anybody. The two shootings at Clogher, coming only 8 hours after the murder of a UDR corporal in Fermanagh, served again to emphasise the constant threat to individual members of the security forces. Yesterday's car bomb attack, in which Corporal William Burleigh was killed, happened as he and other farmers were leaving a large cattle auction at the townland of Tiraroe, close to the Fermanagh border.
The auction was drawing towards a close. We had all the cattle sold. We were halfway through the machinery, and we heard this explosion at the end of the avenue, some 200 yards away from where we were. We weren't aware of what had happened for some time. Some people from the auction run down to the end of the lane to see what had happened, and it was 10 or 15 minutes until the reports came back of what actually had happened and how serious it was.
What was the reaction of people there when they realised what had happened?
Oh, people were horrified. Horrified that such a thing could happen in a local community where everything had been going so well. The auction had been very well attended by local farmers and faraway farmers, and the day had gone very well, and that this should happen was terrible.
Corporal William Burleigh lived at Tapnamona at Florencecourt in Fermanagh. He'd been a part-time member of the Ulster Defence Regiment since 1972, and today his commanding officer said he'd be sorely missed.
Corporal Burleigh was a very popular member of the battalion, and he was also a very well-known member of the local farming community. He was aged 51, and he leaves behind his wife, a charming woman, and 5 children, 4 boys and a girl.